In a country still healing from war, one young boy discovered something far more dangerous than hunger or fear, its desire. Sent to a strict boarding school ruled by priest and silence, he was supposed to become an obedient citizen. But instead, he met her, a beautiful older nurse whose kindness awakened a light he never known. This is the story of how, in the darkest times of Franco's Spain, a teenage boy found love, revelation, and courage to feel alive again. The story begins just after the war. Spain is scared and its people live under fear and poverty. When Menelo arrives, he is surrounded by coldness, priests, doctors, and military discipline. Everything is controlled how they talk, eat, pray, and even think. But beneath that harsh environment, Manolo is still a boy, curious and full of questions. Then he sees her, Irene, the young nurse assigned to care for the boys. Irene isn't like others. While the priests shout and doctors command, she moves quietly through the halls, offering medicine, comfort, and a smile that feels out of place in this world. Manalo notices her immediately. The way she speaks softly, her gentle hands, and her kind eyes. She represents everything missing from his life. What begins as admiration quickly turns into fascination. He starts inventing excuses to see her, pretending to be sick, skipping duties just to cross paths with her. When she laughs or touches his forehead to check his temperature, his world stops. It's not a lust or fantasy, it's the pure confusion of a boy's first emotional awakening. For the first time, he feels alive in a place built to make him numb. Irene treats Manalo with a sincere kindness, unaware of how deeply he is beginning to feel for her. She sees him as fragile, sensitive, a boy trying to heal not only from illness but from the trauma of war. During one of his fevers, Irene sits by his bedside throughout the night, gently wiping sweats from his forehead. Their conversation is soft. She asks about his mother, his dreams, and what he wants to become. Menelo can bravely answer. He is too overwhelmed by her presence and her closeness. In that quiet, candlelit room, something changes. It's not a romantic in a conventional sense. It's emotional, almost spiritual. Iron gives him what no one else does, affection without judgment. For Manalo, that becomes the first light of his life. But Iron's own life isn't simple. Working in that rigid institution, she is constantly watched by doctors and priests, and one of them, doctor, flirts with her openly, trying to use his authority to win her attention. Iron resists politely, but his presence makes her uncomfortable. She is a woman trapped between rules and desire, kindness and comfort. In many ways, she and Manolo are minors to each other, both yearning for warmth in a system that forbids feeling. As Manolo grew bolder, stealing glances, smiling at her whatever he can, Irene begins to notice. She senses his innocent affection. At first, she is amused, but then she realizes how sincere he is, and it touches her heart. One afternoon, while boys are working outside, Manolo injures his hand. Iron rushes to clean the wound. As she turned to him, her eyes met a long, silent moment, charged with something unspoken. For a brief instant, the noise of the world disappears. It's just them, a boy looking at his first love, and a woman realizing how much she means to him. She gently says, "You will be fine," but her voice trembles slightly. Manolo feels the warmth of her touches long after she leaves. That night, he can't sleep. He thinks about her laugh, her voice, the way she's treated him as if he mattered. In life full of orders and punishment, her kindness feels revolutionary. As week passes, Iron becomes more distant. Maybe she senses that their bond is becoming too noticeable. Maybe she is afraid of what others will say or what she herself feels. Manolo notices the change. The woman once she smiled at now avoids his eyes. When the time comes for Manolo to leave, he goes looking for her. He finds her in the corridor. They stand silently for a few seconds, neither able to speak. Finally, Irene says softly, "Take care of yourself, Manolo." He nods, trying to hold back tears. She gives him one last smile, sad, gentle, and unforgettable.